Hey guys, and welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. My name is Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. I've got two new recipes that I tried this week that were absolutely delicious, as well as one that I am always making at my house. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this first recipe that I'm making is a jambalaya. I've made this recipe over a dozen times, and I literally only found it probably like 8 months ago. It is extremely easy. It's super delicious, and I never thought like jambalaya would be so easy to make. And it's a one-pot meal, you guys. Hello, like awesome. So yeah, super easy, and I'll go ahead and show you how I make it. So you'll see kind of me stray away from said Cajun spices that it's calling for in the Pinterest recipe. I'm not a big spicy person. Like I can take this like some heat, like a little bit of heat, but Josh is definitely the spice person in our family, and I wish I could take it because I would definitely throw some Cajun seasoning in there. But every time that I've tried to use Cajun seasoning, I'm like dying because it's so spicy. So I just use my three like go-to spices. And some garlic. I just want to say I tried this garlic paste because I didn't have like fresh garlic in my house. I know, what a sin, but I didn't have it, so I used this paste, and I've seen people use it on YouTube and they seem to like it, but I didn't really get much like flavor from it. So it was like $4, so I'm probably never gonna buy that again. Okay, so you'll see a little bit of liquid left over in this, mostly because like I shy on the heavy side of liquid so that the rice doesn't get dried out. I am going to go ahead and add some green onions to this as well. I will add it to the top when I serve it, but I am going to also add some rotisserie chicken in here. You guys, I feel like rotisserie chicken is like our generation's sliced bread. Like there are so many different uses for it, and it is such a time saver. Like I love rotisserie chicken. I will buy one once a week from Costco, even if I don't have a use for it right away. I know I'll use it in something. So this is how everything turned out. It's so delicious, you guys. I highly recommend this. It takes about 30 minutes and it is bomb. It's so good. So tonight we got chipotle for dinner. Yes, I love chipotle. It is one of my favorites. I got the pork carnitas bowl with the corn salsa and the tomato salsa, and I get the little fajita veggies with lettuce and sour cream and cheese. I love chipotle, but yeah, definitely always good for a quick go-to dinner. Alright, so tonight was one of those nights where I just had some ground beef that I wanted to use up, and I wasn't feeling any of my like normal go-tos, so I went to Pinterest and found myself a great recipe that I would only follow loosely and not really pay attention to. So this one is ground beef. It's like an Asian ground beef, and it's really delicious. And don't yell at me. Those asparagus were almost dead, and they were gross on the bottom, so I just used the tops. So yeah, just some like whatever vegetables I had, I just chopped up in small pieces, like sizes, and went ahead and threw them in the pan after I browned up this ground beef. So to make sure that I don't have like mushy vegetables, I always put in like my onions and peppers and like what needs to be cooked the longest first, because if I put in the onions and peppers at the same time as the broccoli's gonna be like disgusting. So like, well, maybe people like it mushy, let me not judge you, I'm sorry, but I feel like, to me, I like the broccoli still to be kind of like tender but still have some like body to it, I guess, and the same with my asparagus. So I just throw in the onions and peppers first at a higher heat, and then I lower it and then put in the other vegetables. Using that garlic paste again, giving it another shot, still a 0 for me. I don't know, maybe, like I said, I don't know if my taste buds are off or what, but I could not taste any of that. So one of the few and many ways that I differed from this recipe, they called for like a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and I just couldn't in my mind see that turning out really good, like with what I had. I felt like it would be like way too sweet, so I just put like a tablespoon in, and it tasted really good to me. I also put like a beef stock and like cornstarch slurry in there to kind of thicken it up, because I think that when you put so much sugar in it, it would have thickened up on its own, so I had to help it along a little bit. But I think it tasted really delicious. I mean, obviously, you're welcome to follow the Pinterest recipe. You guys just know me, and I have a problem doing that, so I always deviate. But anyways, yeah, it still tasted really good, and I did get a hint of sweetness, but again, like I said, you're free to follow the recipe. Alright guys, so this was the final product. I just went ahead and made some jasmine rice to go along with it. I cut up some green onions and put them over the top, and this was just really good, and I thought it was a fun spin on regular stir fry because you were using ground beef. So this was a leftovers recipe. I had some leftover chicken, so I just looked up leftover chicken recipes and found this one for leftover turkey, but I just swapped it out. After I scrolled past the 15 pages of background information on the recipe, I don't know, why do they do that? I don't know, but anyways, so it's just super easy, stovetop stuffing. I have some extra veggies that I'm going to saute up and put in, and then I have some chicken that I made earlier in the week that I didn't want to go bad, so I'm just chopping it all up and putting it in this casserole. So thinking about it now, I kind of wanted to add some shredded cheese to like the mixture, and I just kind of forgot about it, but I think that that would probably be really good. This called for leftover stuffing, so of course I just made my little stovetop stuffing mix in the box really quickly and let it cool for a little bit, and so I topped the casserole with that, and it was still really, really good. I just thought cheese might be, you know, what isn't better without cheese? So yeah, this is what it looks like before it goes in the oven. And this is what it looks like when it comes back out. It was a little bit crunchy on top, which was good. I just served it with some broccoli, and this was pretty delicious, I gotta say. Super good use of leftovers. Alright guys, so last meal of this video, I made a chicken bacon ranch pasta in the Instant Pot. This was delicious, easy, and pretty quick to make. I had some friends over, and it fed all of us, plus there was like a good bit of leftovers, so very good, super family friendly, obviously, because it feeds a ton of people. Delicious. I gotta say, guys, I am getting to be an Instant Pot pro. I'm just kidding. It's literally my second time using this, but it's going really well. I was definitely afraid to use it my first time, which I'll link that video above here. Last week's video, I used it for some corned beef for a little bit of like St. Patrick's Day flair and excitement. I had it since December, and I had never opened, or not opened it, but I never used it because I was afraid I was going to burn myself. But it's actually pretty like foolproof, which is great for me because I'm a little bit clumsy. So yeah, and I absolutely love that there's a saute function on this, so that way I can kind of get my chicken and onions all brown. It's awesome. Instant Pots are my new favorite thing. But yeah, so I just pretty much threw everything in here, and I'll show you just how easy it was. So just a little tip here, guys, whenever you're doing like a one pot meal of anything, not even in the Instant Pot, just regular, make sure everything is covered by the liquid so that everything cooks evenly. So I just put together a little salad to go on the side with some veggies that I had to use up, some cucumber and green pepper. And I just thought that would be a good side because we're having like, you know, kind of like a creamy pasta dish, so this would kind of break it up. So if you're feeling like this looks a little on the liquidy side, it is 1000% my fault. I accidentally added an extra cup of the chicken broth in there. But you know what? I wonder what it would have came out like if I hadn't. I feel like it would have been really dry because this was a normal consistency after I mixed everything in and everything was melted and all that jazz. It was like normal. So I'll definitely, I feel like in the future when I make this, continue to add that extra cup because it kind of worked out in my favor. Also, if you're wondering, yes, I did cook up a lot more bacon than this, but I turned my back for 30 seconds and half of it was gone. So that's what happens when you have a house full of people and just a little bit of bacon. I definitely, I guess, should have made more, but it was enough. I feel like even though they ate most of it, like there was still enough bacon in here that you got the flavor. So if you're wondering whose hand that is, I found the leader in the Bacon Rebellion, so I forced him to help me a little bit with some stuff in the kitchen. So after tasting this, I felt like it needed a little more like ranch pop to it, and maybe even I would put 2 packets in here. But what I ended up doing is just adding some ranch dressing, probably about a 1/4 cup to this, and it gave me all the ranch flavor that I was looking for, and it was really, really good. Alright, so this is our spread. I made some of that cheesy garlic bread from Walmart. That's $1 and it is delicious. And I just got some Olive Garden fancy croutons for our salad. And that is what the pasta looks like. I just took the little Instant Pot out and put it on the stove just for easy serving. And I just had to include this in here. I was trying to like take a picture of this plate and look at Minnie. She is just like so wanting some of that ranch pasta. She's so cute. But she was definitely ready for dinner, that's for sure. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more. As usual, I will link all of these recipes in the description box below. I also made an Instagram account, you guys, so that will also be linked below. I hope everybody has a blessed and awesome weekend.